Online students, now is my voice is clear? Now check it. Okay. Now HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Note HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Note HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. JS stands for JavaScript. Note HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. JS stands for JavaScript. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. This is a full form. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. JS stands for JavaScript. Next node. HTML is used to create web pages. CSS is used to design web pages. JavaScript is used to validate HTML forms. It is also used to add dynamic behavior to web pages. These are the points noted. HTML is used to create web pages. CSS is used to design web pages. JavaScript is used to validate HTML forms. It is also used to add dynamic behavior to web pages. Online students, listen the class, write the notes. End of the session, I'll clarify your doubts. See, the purpose of HTML, the purpose of CSS, the purpose of JavaScript, I have shown yesterday. Today also I'll show you. Just in 2 minutes, I'll repeat. After that, I'll continue. See, these three I explained yesterday. Just 5 minutes, I'll repeat. Okay, 5 minutes, I'll repeat that one because new students will be there. See, HTML is used to create web pages. If you want to create any web page, HTML required. What is web page? Till I didn't explain. I have to explain. Okay. CSS is used to design web pages. Designing purpose, CSS. Validations purpose, JavaScript. Adding dynamic behavior to web pages, JavaScript. This is, I'll show you with example yesterday, whatever I shown. Okay. These all I'll explain. Edit plus, browser. These all I have to explain. What you have to install, what you have to use, how to write program, how to run program. Everything I'll cover. Present, I'm showing those words. Those words I'm showing. It's on program, suppose. It is HTML, CSS, JavaScript program. Voice is not clear. Online students, voice is not clear. Is my voice is clear or not clear? Just respond in chat box. Online students. 1 minute wait, 1 minute wait. Online students, now check it. Now is it clear? Online students, is it clear now? Okay. See, HTML is used to create web pages. CSS is used to design web pages. JavaScript is used to validate HTML forms. It is also used to add dynamic behavior to web pages. It is also used to add dynamic behavior to web pages. Say, yesterday, whatever I have shown, that is just in a 5 minutes, I'll complete this one. I'll open the browser. I'll run that program. You observe. See, it is one HTML, CSS, and JavaScript program. Okay. This program, you observe. This program code is this one. This is HTML, CSS, and JavaScript code. See, here, this page is created with HTML. This designing is done with CSS. If I click submit button, validation, username cannot be empty. If I click OK, say again, after typing username, if we click submit button, password cannot be empty, validation. This is JavaScript. Then submitted. Okay. So in this program, we have HTML code, CSS code, and JavaScript code. Three languages code is there. Okay. Here, what I given, HTML is used to create web pages. CSS is used to design web pages. CSS I'll remove. Just you observe. These three lines, HTML. this is CSS. Okay. Again, this is HTML. This is JavaScript. Again, this is HTML. In this program, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, 3 language code is there. Total 74 lines code is there. Now, what I'll do, I'll remove CSS code. Just if I write like this, it will be ignored. If I write like this, it will be ignored. Up to here, it is ignored. Now, I removed CSS code. I'll run this program. Now you observe. File, save. If I run this program, see, it is HTML. It is only HTML, JavaScript. Now still, if we click, username cannot be empty. Okay. Like after typing username, if we click, password cannot be empty. Okay. After typing, submitted. But in this program, HTML is there, JavaScript is there. I removed CSS. Now, I'll remove JavaScript also. I'll remove JavaScript also. I'll remove JavaScript also. You observe. JavaScript code also I'll remove. Here, this is also I'll ignore. I'll remove this code. Now you observe, I removed JavaScript. File, save. If I run this program. Now it is only HTML. Like this, if you want to create, we required HTML. Like this, if you want to create, we required HTML. Now there is a HTML code only. Designing not there. Validation also not there. You observe. If I click submit button, submitted. Username null, password null, submitted. Okay. Now validation also not there. Now for this program, you can add CSS and JavaScript. If you want to create like this, HTML. If you want to add designing, CSS. Here I'll add CSS code. You observe. File, save. Now I'll run this program again. See how much difference is there without CSS, with CSS difference you observe. So after adding CSS, it is very attractive, no? That purpose CSS. And validation. If I click submit, see, still submitted. This one also, if you want to perform, you can add JavaScript. I'll remove this. I'll add JavaScript code. Now you observe, if I click submit, username cannot be empty. So validation also is there. Now HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Purpose. This is I explained yesterday. Today, just I repeated in 5 minutes. I repeated. Okay. Now, purpose of HTML, purpose of CSS, purpose of JavaScript. Is it clear? Clear now? Now, see, I've shown HTML, CSS, JavaScript purpose. Next, note on HTML are used to develop web applications. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are used to develop web applications. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are used to develop web applications. Now, here, first of all, what is web application? What is web application? We'll see now. What is web application? We'll see. Note on web application. Note down. A web application is a distributed application which runs on browser and server. A web application is a distributed application which runs on browser and server. A web application is a distributed application which runs on browser and server. A web application is a distributed application which runs on browser and server. See, these three what purpose to develop web applications. Now, web application means it is a distributed application which is running on browser and server. Here, to understand web application, what is distributed application also required? What is browser also required? What is server also required? Everything I'll cover. First, distributed application. Note, distributed application. An application that is installed on one computer and runs on many computers is called as distributed application. An application that is installed on one computer and runs on many computers. An application that is installed on one computer and runs on many computers is called as distributed application. An application that is installed on one computer and runs on many computers is called as distributed application. See, I'll ask one question, give me answer. Your answer right or wrong, just think and give answer. Suppose 5 computers are there. Five computers are there. 5 computers connected together as a one network. 5 computers connected together as a one network. In this computer, MS Office software installed. Assume MS Office software installed. Okay. 5 computers are there. These 5 computers connected together as a one network. In this computer, MS Office software installed. This MS Office, can I access in this computer? Yes or no? Yes. MS Office not distributed. You cannot access. Okay. It is not possible. MS Office is standalone application. That means wherever you in beside system also not possible. That's what everything I'll explain. Listen with more concentration. Okay. All are using internet. But how internet works, many people they do not know. Okay. That's what just I asked a simple question. Not only this one. If I ask any question, you observe. One more question I'll ask. You observe. So there is some network issue. 1 minute wait. దీని వెనకాల అది కరెక్ట్ ఉంది ఆ వైర్. ఈ బ్లూ కేబుల్ ఇది కరెక్ట్ ఉందా ఒకసారి చెక్ చేయి. బ్లూ కేబుల్ కరెక్ట్ ఉందా? Now check it. Is my voice is clear now? Is it clear now? Only 1-2 members means problem may be your side. Okay, is it clear? Now. I'll ask some questions. Give me answer. See, all are using internet. Okay, every day you are using, no? Now. Suppose it's on web page. Here one hyperlink, mail. If we click on this hyperlink, another page opened. Here, username, password, submit, reset, something, buttons. When you click on submit button, your username, password received by another program, and here your inbox displayed, mails. Like this, mails are displayed. Now, I'll ask questions, give me answer. So all are using internet every day. Okay. Now, this page, is it running in browser or server? This program, is it running in browser or server? See, multiple answers coming. Browser also coming, server also coming. Still some more people not giving answer also. Okay. Your answer right or wrong, think and give answer. Now, this program running in browser or server? 1 minute. How many people answer browser? Just raise your hand. Okay. Next, how many people answer server? Okay. Online students. Okay, that Zoom bar not appearing. Okay. Now. Okay. Majority people, what they give an answer? Server. Okay. Now, this program running in browser or server? Again, how many people answer browser? Just raise your hand. Okay. Next, how many people answer server? Many people not given answer. No answer is majority. Your answer right or wrong, think and give answer. Majority people not given answer. And even majority people hand also like this only. If it is like this, you are confident. If you are like this means not confident. Say, if you are perfect in subject, voice comes louder. If you are not perfect, interviewer also cannot understand what you are saying. That will happen. Beside person also cannot understand your voice. Here, if your hand is like this, you are confident. Your hand is like this, not confident. Confidence level also important. Now, once again, how many people answer browser? Just raise your hand. Okay. Next, how many people answer server? So you're almost 50-50. Okay. Here 50-50 is there, browser, server. Next, this program runs in browser or server? Server. How many people answer server? Okay. Next, how many people answer browser? Okay. Here, majority server. Seeing your answers, what I understood is you guessed some answers matched, some answers not matched. Actual answers are this is browser. Your answer is wrong. This is browser. Okay, it is wrong. Here server. It is right. Now what I'll do, just you observe. 1 minute, the voice problem. Okay. Now you observe. Browser. First one browser. Second one browser. Third one server. Not only this one. If I open any website, any web page, you should be able to answer. That is possible. In today class only, I'll explain. Today class only can give answer. It is possible. Okay. That is only I'm explaining, continuing. Now, just today class only that concept I'm going to explain. Okay. Now, here, if the first web application, distributed application, first I'll give. After that, that is only I'll explain. Okay. Here, you observe. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are used to develop web application. By using these three, we are going to build web application. What is web application means? It is a distributed and it is running in browser and server. What is distributed? Installed on one computer, runs on many computers. That is called distributed. See, 5 computers are there. 5 computers are there. Like this, all connected together. All connected together. These 5 computers connected together. Now, one application installed here, you can access here also, here also, here also, here also. Then it is called distributed. Okay. Installed on one computer, runs on many computers. That is called distributed application. Okay. That is running in browser. That is running in server. That is called web application. So all distributed applications also we cannot call web. What is web also I'll explain. Everything I'll cover. If the application distributed and it is running in browser and server, that is called web application. Example, here google.com website I'll open. Google.com I opened. Is it installed in my computer? No, it is installed in Google server. It is installed in Google server. That is distributed over the world. That is distributed over the world. Say, Google application installed in Google server. That is distributed over the world. It is running on crores of systems. Okay. Do you know how many requests are coming to Google per minute? 2.5 crores within a 1 minute. Okay. 2.5 crores of requests coming to Google per minute. I'm not saying per 1 hour. I'm not saying per day. Per minute only. Within a 1 minute, 2.5 crores of requests coming to Google. Because everyone will open browser. In that browser, first they'll type Google only. Even if they want ICICI Bank website also, first they'll open Google. In that Google ICICI. If they want Facebook also, directly they can type Facebook. No, they won't type. First to Google, in that Google, Facebook. That's what crores of requests coming to Google. That Google application distributed over the world, installed in one computer only, running on crores of computers. That type of applications you can build with HTML, CSS, JavaScript. That purpose, HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Say, if the application after developing, if it deploy in real-time server, then only that application worldwide accessible. If the application after developing, if it is in your home PC, only you can access. If you copy into real-time server PC, then worldwide accessible. One application, any number of people at a time from any corner in the world can access. That type of application is called web application. Okay. That type of applications you are going to build with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. For that, these applications only two types are there: static web application, dynamic web application. Note down. There are two types of web applications. First one, static web applications. Second one, dynamic web applications. There are two types of web applications. First one, static web applications. Second one, dynamic web applications. There are two types of web applications. First one, static web applications. Second one, dynamic web applications. About these two, if you know, then only you can give right answer. It is running in browser or server. If you know about these all. Now, today only I'll explain with a diagram. I'll explain. You observe. First, I'll give notes about this. Okay. Now, note down. First one, static web applications. First one, static web application. First, I'll give notes. After that, with a diagram, I'll show you. After that, live, I'll show you in real time. Note down. A web application that is already prepared and placed in server. What is server also I have to teach. A web application that is already prepared and placed in server is known as static web application. A web application that is already prepared and placed in server is known as static web application. A web application that is already prepared and placed in server is known as static web application. See, if the application already prepared and placed in server, that is called static web application. Next point. Static web application resides in server and runs in browser. Static web application resides in server and runs in browser. It will be there in the server only, but it will run in browser. Static web application resides in server and runs in browser. Static web application resides in server and runs in browser. I'll show you with a live and also with the diagrams. Next point. Static web applications are common to all users. Static web applications are common to all users. Static web applications are common to all users. It is common to all users. Next point. The server sends a program to a browser whenever request comes to static web application. The server sends a program to a browser whenever request comes to static web application. The server sends a program to a browser whenever request comes to static web application. The server sends a program to a browser whenever request comes to static web application. I'll explain, just write the notes. Static web applications can be developed by using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, VB script, Angular, AngularJS, and React.js, etc. Static web applications can be developed by using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, VB script, Angular, AngularJS, React.js, etc. Word by word, I'll give a clarity, but you should have a patience. In a one day only, not possible all. Okay. What is web? What is server? What is browser? What is protocol? What is internet? What is network? Everything I'll cover. Everything I'll cover in a proper order. See, this is about static web application. You observe a web application that is already prepared and placed in server is known as static web application. Already prepared and placed in server. That is called static. Static web application resides in server and runs in browser. It is placed in server, but not running in server. It is running in browser. Static web application common to all user. For all people, same appears. There is no difference. Okay. Whenever request comes to static web application, what server will do is program, it will send to a browser. Program as it is transferred to browser. When browser receives, executes, then output displayed. So static is not running in server. It is running in browser. You will send the request, program comes and running in your computer. That is static. This type of web applications, if you want to build, we require HTML, CSS, JavaScript, VB script, Angular, AngularJS, React.js, jQuery, JSON. So many technologies are there. What are the differences between these also? I'll explain. Like you understood HTML, CSS, JavaScript difference. Those also I'll explain. What purpose? Okay. Now, but in a one day only, not possible all. You should have a patience. Okay. Next node on dynamic web applications. Dynamic web applications. A web application that is prepared dynamically whenever request comes to a server is known as dynamic web application. A web application that is prepared dynamically whenever request comes to a server is known as dynamic web application. If I teach only orally, you cannot understand. With a diagram, I'll explain. With a live environment, I'll show you. Then you will get 100% clarity. And today only you can give answer. If I open any web page, you can give answer. Possible. First notes I'll complete. A web application that is prepared dynamically whenever request comes to a server is known as dynamic web application. Say, already prepared and placed in server, that is static. When request comes, then prepared, that is dynamic. Already prepared, static. When request comes, then prepared, that is dynamic. Okay. Next, dynamic web application resides in server and runs in server only. Dynamic web application resides in server and runs in server only. Dynamic web application resides in server and runs in server only. It is placed in server, there only it will run. Next, dynamic web applications are specific to user. Dynamic web applications are specific to user. Dynamic web applications are specific to user. Next, the server executes a program and sends the output to a browser whenever request comes to dynamic web application. The server executes a program and sends the output to a browser whenever request comes to dynamic web applications. When request comes, then program executed and output only transferred to browser. That is called dynamic web application. Online student, listen the class, write the notes. End of the session and clarify your doubts. Next, dynamic web applications can be developed by using Solets, JSP, Struts, JSF, Spring MVC, ASP, ASP.NET, PHP, Django, etc. Dynamic web applications can be developed by using Solets, JSP, Struts. Dynamic web applications can be developed by using Solets, JSP, Struts, JSF, Spring MVC, ASP. These all. Many are there. Here, JSP stands for Java Server Pages. Here, not only these, so many are there. Node.js, Express.js, etc. JSP stands for Java Server Pages. JSF stands for Java Server Faces. MVC stands for Model View Controller. ASP stands for Active Server Pages. PHP stands for Hypertext Preprocessor, previously called Personal Homepage. I'll show you with a diagram. You'll get 100% clarity with the diagrams. Dynamic web applications can be developed by using Solets, JSP, Struts, JSF, Spring MVC, ASP, ASP.NET, PHP, Django, Node.js, Express.js, dash dash, etc. Now here, servlets, JSP, struts, JSF, and Spring MVC are Java programs. ASP, ASP.NET are .NET programs. C#.NET programs. PHP script only. Django is a Python program. Node.js and Express.js are related to JavaScript. So server side, Java, .NET, Python, and JavaScript, these all will be there. Server side. Dynamic web application purpose, many are there. Okay. Writing is over. These all with the diagrams I'll explain. Is it over? Writing is over. All will completed. Over. See, whatever I given, I'll explain with a diagram. Listen with more concentration. I asked questions. What you given answer you have seen. Okay. That is only I'll show you with the diagrams. 100% clarity I'll give. See, one diagram already is there in this system. 1 minute. I'll show you. Now, suppose this is on diagram. You observe, it is just online results application. You observe, it is online results application. One example, like any online application, you can take example. Suppose this is online results application. See, what you will do, first of all, you will type one URL in address bar. You'll type. Then this output comes. After getting this output, you will enter one all ticket number. When you click on submit button, this program will receive all ticket number. It will communicate with database. Given all ticket number is there, the data stored in this page, and this page transferred to browser. Okay, like that. Now you observe, you will type here. You will type URL. Then request comes to server. This program output appears. You will enter hall ticket number. You will click on submit button. Then result comes. This is already you have seen while doing BTech, MCA, MTech, any academic background. Okay. Online results. Now you observe. Just now I given how many types of web applications are there? How many types of web applications are there? Two types. What are those? Static web applications, dynamic web applications. Listen. Static web applications, dynamic web applications. Two types of web applications. The web application already prepared and placed in server is called static web application. The web application that is already prepared and placed in server is called static web application. Static web application, where it resides, if you want, you can see the notes. Where it resides, server. Where it runs, browser. Static web application, common to all users or specific to user? Common to all users. Okay. You see the notes, but just respond. You'll get a subject. You can remember also. Okay. Now, whenever request comes to static web application, what server will do? See the notes. Sends a program to a browser. Okay. Dynamic web application. What is dynamic web application? Which is prepared dynamically whenever request comes to a server. Whenever request comes, then prepared. That is called dynamic. Dynamic web application, where it resides, server. Where it runs, server only. Dynamic web application is common to all users or specific to user? Specific to user. Every user different. Okay. Dynamic web application, whenever request comes, for dynamic application request comes, what server will do? See the notes. Executes a program and sends a output to a browser. Okay, that is dynamic. Now you observe this page. Is it common to all users or specific to user? What is? Common to all user. For all users, same appears, no? That is called static web application. This page, is it common to all users or specific to user? Specific to user. Marks will be different, all ticket number, data will be different, no? So this is common to all users. This is specific to user. Okay. So it is called static web application. It is called dynamic web application. Okay. Now static web application, where it resides, server. It is in server only. Where it runs, browser. It is not running in server, running in browser. Whenever request comes to static web application, what server will do? Sends a program to a browser. See, what you will do, you'll type one URL. Request comes. Server, what it will do? This entire program as it is transferred to browser. When browser receives, executes, then output displayed. So that program running in our system only. Browser it is running. Okay. That is static purpose. Static web server will do like that for static. Now, this program, see, dynamic web application. What is dynamic web application? Which is prepared dynamically whenever request comes to a server. See, you will type hall ticket number. When you click on submit button, then hall ticket number received. Then this program will communicate with database. Given hall ticket number is there or not, it will check. Given hall ticket number is there, then this data loaded. Then this output transferred to browser. So this page is prepared whenever hall ticket number comes. This page is prepared whenever hall ticket number comes. Whenever request comes, then prepared. Up to that, it is incomplete page. It is incomplete page. Data will not be there. When data added, whenever hall ticket number comes. So this page is prepared dynamically whenever hall ticket number comes. That's what it is called, dynamic web application. Where it resides? Server. Where it runs? Server only. It runs in server only. Here you observe, this program resides in server, runs in server only. Only output transferred to browser. Output transferred to browser. Whenever request comes, it is executed here only. This output only transferred to browser. Now, if you want to develop static web application, we can use only HTML also. Remaining technology is optional. Only HTML also possible. This page, if you want to develop, only HTML also possible. If you want to design attractive validation, all those things, you will add something. But only creating means HTML possible. But this program only with HTML not possible, because HTML cannot communicate with database. Not possible. Okay. This program, if you want to develop, either Java required or .NET required or Python required or JavaScript required. Compulsory one language required. Programming language required. But HTML is not a programming language. It is presentation language. I'll teach. So if you want to develop this program, either Java or .NET or Python or JavaScript required. So, and also this is specific to user. Data only different, but colors, font, left margin, right margin, padding, margin, these all same will be there. That is again you can design with HTML. So this output also you can design with HTML. Then program executed here. In that program, HTML also mixed. Then HTML code transferred to browser. Then browser receives that HTML executed, output comes. But this is first this page. This page with only HTML also possible. But this page with only HTML not possible. Compulsory we have to depend on either Java or .NET or Python or JavaScript. Any one compulsory required. Otherwise not possible. Got it? Now I'll ask questions. Just try to respond. Okay. If I ask question, if you respond, then you will remember subject. Okay. Now, this page, is it common to all users or specific to user? Common to all users. This page, specific to user. Is it static or dynamic? This one, dynamic. It is already prepared. That's what static. When this is prepared, whenever hall ticket number comes, then prepared. That's what dynamic. Okay. Where this page resides? Server. Where it runs? Browser. Where this page resides? Server. Where it runs? Server only. Whenever request comes to this page, what server will do? Sends a program to a browser. Whenever request comes to this page, executes a program, sends the output to a browser. This page, can I develop with only HTML? Yes. This page, can I develop with only HTML? No. What we required? Java or .NET or Python or JavaScript. Any one compulsory required. Now you observe. I asked just now. I asked 3 questions. No, the 3 you observe here. Mail hyperlink. When you click this hyperlink, this page open. Here, username, password, submit button. When you click, here mails displayed. Now you observe. This program, is it common to all users or specific to user? Common to all users. This one, common to all users. This one, specific to user. Mails will be different. Okay. It is common to all user, specific to user. Is it static or dynamic? This one, where it resides, server. Where it runs, where it resides, where it runs, where it resides, where it runs, server only. Whenever request comes to this page, what server will do? Sends a program to a browser. Whenever request comes to this one, sends a program to a browser. Whenever request comes to this one, executes a program, sends the output to a browser. This program, can I develop with only HTML? This one? No. What we require? Java, .NET or Python or JavaScript. Now, previously what you given, you observe, this is given server, no? Now, if I open any website, if I ask any web page, can you give answer or not? Possible, no? That's it. See, otherwise what will happen? You'll guess. Some answers matched, some answers not matched. Now you got a knowledge. Okay. Now, if I open any website, in that website, if I open any web page, whether it is static or dynamic, you can give answer. Whether it is runs in browser or server, you can give answer, no? Possible, no? Now you observe. Suppose here I am sending requests. Say facebook.com. I'm sending. This page, is it common to all users or specific to user? Common to all user. Is it static or dynamic? Where it resides? Where it runs? Browser. When I send request to this program, what server will do? Sends a program to a browser. Here my browser received that program, executed in my browser only, executed in my computer only, then output displayed. That program can be developed with only HTML? Yes. This program we can see. Just right click, view page source. That is a program. We can see the complete code. But server side program executed, no? That is we cannot see. Java code, .NET code, Python code, server side JavaScript code we cannot see. Here only HTML, CSS, client side JavaScript we can see. And even if you open Google, see, google.com, right click, view page source. See, that is a program. But now your doubt is, maximum blank page is there, maximum white only is there here. Why this much code required for this program? Your doubt. Here, you click here. How many options are there in Google Apps? These code also will be there. That code also will be there. So, here, it is common to all users. It is common to all users. This program received my browser. We can see that. See, view page source. Here, HTML. See, it is HTML. Here, JavaScript. CSS also will be there. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all mixed. So, here in this program, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, all combined. This is a HTML, CSS, JavaScript program. If you see like this, very difficult appears. After learning, it is nothing appears. Okay? You observe, before teaching only, I asked questions. You given wrong answers. But after teaching, now if I open any web page, you can give answer, no? Same style. After completion of HTML, CSS and JavaScript, if you see this code, it is nothing appears. Present directly, if you see start first day only project code, if you see, difficult appears. Okay? It is just like a project. Directly first day only that code, if you see, very difficult appears. But after completion of this course, that is nothing appears. Okay? Now, what is the purpose of HTML? To create web pages. What is the purpose of CSS? To design web pages. What is the purpose of JavaScript? Validate HTML forms and adding dynamic behavior to web pages. Okay. HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are used to develop web application. What is web application? Distributed application which runs on browser and server. If the application running in browser and server and distributed over the world, that is called web application. What is distributed application? Installed on one computer, runs on many computers. That is called distributed application. Google.com, is it installed in my computer? No, installed in server computer, worldwide distributed. Okay. Here, about this, these all, here, whatever I given today, in these notes also, still somewhat how to teach. See, actually, why they given word web, till I didn't explain. Okay. What is browser? Till I didn't explain. What is server? Till I didn't explain. These are what is the difference between HTML and other technologies? Till I didn't explain. Server side, these many concepts are there. Why these many concepts? Till I didn't explain. Everything I'll cover. Step by step, one by one, I'll cover. Okay. First, is it clear about static, dynamic, these all? We'll see continuation tomorrow. Online student, just wait 2 minutes. I'll clarify your doubts. Online students, now you can ask your doubts. I'll explain one by one. DevOps, previous YouTube video link already they given in the chat box. You can copy from chat box. Uday Kumar, notes I'll share in Google Drive or Google Classroom, but you need to wait 4-5 days. Himanshu, today recording video, you'll get it tomorrow. Manisha, Git and GitHub will not be covered in this course. GitHub, it is comes under development security operations. Separate course is there in full stack Java. In that class, you will learn. Lakshman, MVC present not required here. Server side program will prefer. MVC is not a small concept to explain. Model view controller. Model is a Java bean. View is a JSP. Controller is a solid. Will combine. A controller is solid. Will combine. With that, more benefits will be there. You can separate the presentation logic, business logic, database, data. That is the reason we'll prefer. Sohail, I'll explain 1 minute. Sohel, browser, server. In tomorrow class, I'll explain about that. Harika, I have shown the program output now. Like that, I'll show you one more program in tomorrow class. You'll get a clarity whether running in server or browser. Lakshman, yes, all companies are using MVC only. ASP.NET with MVC architecture. Sohel, tomorrow class is browser and server only. Rathod, dynamic means whenever request comes, then prepared. Dynamic, that is called dynamic. Already prepared means static. Shubham, this complete course 2 months required. Bharat, jQuery will not be covered in this course. jQuery not required because nowadays they are using React.js. Abhishek, React.js is not a part of this course. Saujanya, Node.js separate course is there. Suman, complete client-side JavaScript I'll cover. Chandana, tomorrow I'll explain about browser and server. Tomorrow class is that one only. Saujanya, it is compulsory HTML for any internet application. For learning Node.js also, you require JavaScript first. Adarsh Kumar, yeah, it is for full stack Java students. Can join. Verma, 2 months course this is. Koti, you cannot, if you modify also affected on your system only. Shaker, client side JavaScript I'll cover. jQuery will not be covered. Muhammad, tomorrow no holiday, you have a class. Prashant, it is very simple. HTML, CSS. JavaScript only you have to put efforts. Chandana, tomorrow I'll explain browser and server difference. Bharat, jQuery not required. Nowadays, React.js framework is popular. Abhishek, React separate course. Prachi, this diagram tomorrow again I'll explain. Gajendra, tomorrow client, server, database, these all I'm going to explain. Rajesh. Okay. Take a snap. Rajesh, TypeScript is not a part of this course. TypeScript is not a part of this course. TypeScript is different. Shruti, Angular, Bootstrap, separate courses are there. Angular, Bootstrap, separate courses are there. Jagannathan, daily notes, running notes I'll give. PDF files also I'll share. SK Muhammad, URL, URI, URN. I have to explain, not completed. Within a one class, all not possible to learn. Abhishek, 2 months it will take. 2 months. 2 months course duration. One minute online students. Aarti, Bootstrap is a CSS framework. Separate batch will be there. Shruti, Angular Bootstrap will not be covered in this course. This course name is HTML, CSS and JavaScript. After completion of CSS, you can join in Bootstrap class. After completion of JavaScript, you can join in Angular class. Mahidhar, whenever request comes, static, already prepared static, I said. Whenever request come, then prepared means dynamic, I said. Rathod, Node.js is a JavaScript runtime environment. Express.js is a middleware for server-side programming purpose required. Bharat, server-side JavaScript will not be covered in this course. That is UI full stack web development course you have to join. That is server-side JavaScript will be there. Shruti, already many times I repeated, Bootstrap Angular will not be covered in this course. Sai Charan, that is your contact admin only. Mahidhar, tomorrow I'll give a clarity. I think you didn't understand. Tomorrow I'll give a clarity. Tomorrow again I'll repeat. At the time you will get a clarity. Because tomorrow I'll explain client and server. Then you'll get a more clarity. Adarsh Kumar, just contact admin. Non-technical doubts, you contact admin. Abhishek, full stack Java course will take 6 months. But in that HTML, CSS, JavaScript, 2 months. Neeraj, yeah, you can. Abhishek, full stack Java, 6 months. It is HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Shruti, Rayudu. Your answer already 5-6 times I repeated. Saujanya, if you want to attend Node.js, HTML, CSS, JavaScript required. AK, offline class, opposite Prime Hospital, Manjira Square building, 4th floor. Nikhil, tomorrow client server database. The diagram I'm going to explain tomorrow, you will get a more clarity because within a 1 hour, not possible to explain all. Tomorrow you'll get a clarity. Don't worry. Jagannatham, write running notes also. I'll share PDF files also. Rajesh Kumar, after completion of JavaScript, you can join Angular class. Prachi, present this link only. After that, they may change the link. Sai Charan, yeah, you can contact admin. Pratiksha, tomorrow no holiday. You have a class. Adarsh Kumar, yeah, you can join. Just otherwise contact admin. Neeraj, no need of prerequisite. With 5th class student also can learn HTML. Nikhil, yes, client is browser is client. I'll explain tomorrow that one diagram. Diagram I didn't little bit only explain. Tomorrow I'll give complete. Shruti, your question 5-6 times I've seen. Hussein, it is online and offline class. Online, offline at a time going on. That's what, write running notes and later I'll share PDF files also. Suman, JavaScript 1 month, HTML, CSS 1 month. Anwar Basha, today recording, tomorrow I'll get it. Kiran Kumar, React JS if you want to learn JavaScript knowledge required. Sheikh Hajim, Bootstrap will not be covered. Bootstrap separate batch will be there. After CSS, you can join. Any other doubts? Those who didn't understand about client and server, in tomorrow class, I'll explain. Those who didn't understand client and server, I'll explain tomorrow because all not possible to complete in a one day. Rathod, you contact admin. Videos will not be provided. Any other doubts? We'll see continuation tomorrow. Okay, we'll see continuation tomorrow. So tomorrow, no holiday, you have a class.